What's going on, guys? My name is Orphan. I feel like I haven't recorded in forever, but that is not the topic of today's video. We got some very special news if you are a PlayStation fan. A couple minutes ago on Twitter, the PlayStation account just dropped a tweet with a link to a blog post letting us know that we can finally change our PSN profile names. It's here, boys. It's finally fucking here after all those years of asking for it. I'm gonna go over that for you guys. I'm gonna try to make this a short video. I'm gonna give you all important details on how it works, when you can do it, all that jazz. So let's get right into it. Now I'm gonna put images on screen to accompany all the questions and answers that's been given by Sony so you guys can follow along. Now the first one, most important one, where and how can I change my online ID? So on the PlayStation 4, also to make note, I've tried both of these methods as of right now, 7:30 a.m. on April 10th. So these are not available just yet. The blog post states that by the end of the day, all of these will be rolled out, so everyone should be able to do it. The first step from the PlayStation 4 is you would go to your settings, you would go to account management, account information, profile, and then you would select your online ID from that point. Now to do it from the browser, you would sign into your PlayStation Network account. They did provide a link. You would then select the PSN profile in the subsection. You would select edit, and again, you would choose your online ID. Now again, I just recently tried the web browser one. I was able to get up to the step where you would select the edit button, but there was no edit button at the time of attempting it, so it's not ready just yet. Now the next question. Can I change my online ID on my PS3 or Vita? And the answer to that is no. You can only change it through the PS4 system or the web browser. Do I have to pay to change my online ID, and how much will it cost? The first change will be free, and changes after that will cost $9.99 US / Canadian dollars. For PlayStation Plus members, it will cost $4.99 US / Canadian dollars for each change after the first one. So for your very first change, guys, it will be free for everyone. Will my friends be able to find me with my new online ID? When changing your online ID, you'll have the option to display your old one next to the new one for 30 days. This will make it easier for your friends to notice your ID change. You can only select this option at the time you are changing it. So if you want someone to recognize you the first time you change it, make sure you select that option. How many times can I change my ID? In general, there are no restrictions to the number of times you can change your online ID. So as long as you're willing to pay Sony, you can change it as much as you like. Can I revert back to my old ID? As long as the old ID did not violate terms of service, you can revert back to any of your previous IDs by contacting Sony support. Do I have to pay to revert back? No, reverting is free. What happens to my old online ID? Can someone else take it? No, your old online ID is only available to you, so you can always get that back if you choose. If I change my online ID multiple times, can I revert back to any of my past IDs? Yes, you can revert back to any of the previous IDs as long as they do not violate terms of service. So if you ain't violating anything, you're in good standing. How many times can I revert back? In general, there are no restrictions to the number of times you can revert back. Can any account change their online ID? Child accounts cannot change their online ID. You have to be an account that is over 18 and not be parentally supervised. Do all games support online ID change? A large majority of the games do. I checked the list myself. There are a few exceptions, some that just flat out don't support it or there are major problems, some with minor problems. They do provide a list in the blog post so you can check which games those are so you can be safe. But the majority of the games will support it with no problem, so I suggest checking that list. And most importantly, after most of those questions, Sony has confirmed that all games released in the future will support this change in online ID. It's mostly just a couple past games, so if you still play those games regularly, once again, make sure you check the list provided by Sony as to which games will run into the most problems, which games are going to be, problem-free, etc. So that's been the bulk of this, guys. Like I said, at the end of today, everyone should have the option to change their online ID. The first time is going to be free, so that's awesome on Sony's part. We've been asking for this feature for so long. Now everyone can do it. So get out there, get rid of that cringy ass online ID you made when you were 12 years old. I know I am. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hopefully this news was of use to you. You guys have a good one, and until next time.